Good morning YouTubians, it's Kermit's Ghost. It's Monday, it's a Blu-ray release day. I'm on my way up to HMV to see what's on the shelves. There are two titles I'm after today, but I've also got another two to show you, which I picked up earlier. Believe it or not, I am on Brighton Beach today. There's the pebbles up there, but the tide is out and the sand has been revealed. Gonna go and grab a coffee, not a sponsor, and then I'll show you what exactly has been released today, and I'll take you back and show you what I picked up. Let's take a look at this sand. So my choice of cafe today is McDonald's, and I went here because I fancied one of their breakfast rolls. So we have a hash brown, a fried to death egg, a sausage in the shape of a burger, and of course I got myself a nice Arabica bean latte as well. Heading into HMV, and the display in the window is advertising PS5 games. So what t-shirt made it to the mannequin this week? Today it is I Am Groot. Okay, so the first film to show you is The Death Mother. This is a Spanish drama from 1993. It's about a young girl who's shot in the head during a robbery, only to be kidnapped years later by the same criminal. This is a limited edition and comes with a booklet and is priced at $19.99. Next is a BFI 3 short film set called Lorenzo Mazzetti Collection. In this you get Country Doctor, K and Together. All these are on a single disc and priced at $16.99. It carries a 12 certificate. Next is The Last Hunter. This is a Treasured Films release. It's a Vietnam War drama from 1980. 96 minutes this one, carries an 18 certificate. It will set you back $14.99. Next we have an animated release of The Girl from the Other Side. This is released by Crunchyroll. This is a comic book fantasy film with a runtime of 90 minutes. This carries a 12 certificate and is priced at $19.99. Next is Classroom of the Elite Season 1, again by Crunchyroll, and this is from 2017. It's got a runtime of 300 minutes. Season 2 is expected to be released early December, so not too long. This is priced at $39.99. Next is one of, if not the biggest release of the week. It is Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. I'm going to be chatting about this a little bit later. Now, this Disney release has got a slim case, priced at $15.99 and no slipcover. So, on to the 4K. And here it is. At least they put it in a 14mm case, which will match the others. And they've added a slipcover, which is nice. This also has an elevated price tag, and it will cost you $26.99 for this one today. So there's also a 4K Steelbook of Guardians Volume 3. Not sure on that design or what it's got to do with the movie, but that will set you back $32.99. There's also a DVD available, priced at $10.99. Looks like Disney's put their prices up. The other big Disney release today is the live-action version of The Little Mermaid, again in a slim Blu-ray case, probably an eco case at that. This is also priced at $15.99, doesn't come with a slipcover, so on to the 4K release. And again, this is in a thicker 14mm case, which I prefer. This also comes with a nice glossy slipcover. I have actually watched this film on Disney+, but will I buy it? We have to wait and see. This is also priced at $26.99. And of course, it's also available on DVD for the elevated price of $10.99. Greedy old Disney. Hey everybody, welcome back. There's 4 titles to show you, 2 which came out today, 2 which are seasons of a TV show which came out quite some time ago. As for new releases in HMV, they did have the Father Brown seasons 1 to 10 on Blu-ray in a box set. Unfortunately, I videoed that. When I got it home, the file was corrupt, so I can't show you that. But let's crack on with these. First one to show you is The Little Mermaid. This is directed by Rob Marshall. Now his films include Pirates of the Caribbean on Stranger Tides, Mary Poppins Returns and Chicago. Now this is a Disney live action film. It's got a lot of people up in arms over the fact that Ariel's not being played by a white actress. And to be fair, the depiction of Ariel in the Hans Christian Andersen book is as follows. Her skin was as clear as rose leaf and her eyes as blue as the sea. But you've also got to consider that book was written back in 1837 in Denmark, so it's doubtful there were many black people in that area or being written about in books at the time. Here we are, 21st century, and Ariel's depicted by Halle Bailey. Beautifully talented 23-year-old American singer. Her first role was actually in The Last Holiday, where she was just 6 years old. Now, we all know the story of The Little Mermaid, so there's no need to go over the story, but what I'll do instead is go over the cast and their characters. So you got King Triton being played by Javier Bardem, and he does look the part in this film. His sister, Ursula, portrayed by Melissa McCarthy, and she does a damn good job in it as well. Eric, who is Ariel's love interest, is Jonah Hauer-King, and you may know him as Lucas from A Dog's Way Home. Eric's faithful servant Grimsby is played here by Art Malik, and you may know him. He was a terrorist called Salim Abu Aziz. He was in True Lies. David Diggs is the voice of Sebastian the Crab. Aquafina is in this. She's playing Scuttle. She was in Disney's Raya the Last Dragon. And I've almost forgot as well, you got Jodie Benson, the original Ariel. She pops up and she hands the new Ariel a dingle hopper, which I thought was a really nice touch. Now, I thoroughly enjoyed this live action version. I'm pretty sure they did cover all the songs from the animated movie, plus a few besides that as well. It's got a runtime, this one, of 135 minutes. Let's take a look inside. So inside is a plain blue disc. So that was The Little Mermaid. Okay, next two I'm going to show together. They are seasons 1 and 2 of a TV show called Life on Mars. Now it's a time-traveling police drama supernatural sci-fi series, and the premise is this. You've got a detective chief inspector who's involved in a car accident, gets run over, and he wakes up somewhat confused 33 years earlier in 1973. He's now working as a detective inspector for the Criminal Investigation Department, trying to investigate a murder, amongst other things. Now, that detective is Sam Tyler, being played by John Sims, who actually coincidentally is now playing a detective superintendent in the TV show Grace, which was filmed right here in Brighton. You may also know John from Doctor Who, where he played one of the incarnations of the Master. So now, living in 1973, John's got a new boss in the guise of DCI Gene Hunt, played by Philip Glenister, who was also a DCI in Steel Time Murders, which I showed on the 19th of June. In fact, he has played a DCI on 3 other occasions in his television career. So this show aired in the UK, seasons 1 in 2006, seasons 2 in 2007. John was asked to return for a 3rd season, but he turned it down, a decision he said he's regretted. The music in this, if you like 70s music, you're going to love this. And on the success of this show, it's actually remade in other countries. There's one in America, there's one in Russia, Spain, South Korea, and Czechoslovakia. There's also a follow-up show called Ashes to Ashes, which sees Keeley Hawes playing an officer called Alex Drake, who was shot in 2008 and woke up in 1981. That needs a Blu-ray too. These have a combined runtime of 934 minutes. Let's take a look inside. Season 1 is a 2-disc set, and there's the protagonists on each disc. And it's the same with Season 2, images on both discs. So that was seasons 1 and 2 of the TV show Life on Mars. Okay, next and last is another Disney film, this time Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Now, the writer-director James Gunn has returned, which is a good thing because it's his franchise and his alone. He even did the holiday special. Now, this sees all the regulars returns. They try to help Rocket, who's got a life-threatening injury and in need of specific treatment. Rocket's voiced by Bradley Cooper. Now, this film's got a lot of flashback sequences that explain how Rocket came to be and who is responsible for that. I'm not going to go over spoiler territory, but here we have Peter Quill, aka Star-Lord, still trying to convince Gamora they should be an item. She, well, the alternate version of her, has since moved on. She now travels with the Ravengers, and she does actually come back to help the Guardians on their quest. Gamora is being played by Zoe Saldana. As for the rest of the Guardians, you've got Drax the Destroyer being played by ex-professional wrestler Dave Bautista. You've got Groot voiced by Vin Diesel. Nebula played by the lovely Karen Gillan, who was in Duel, which I showed last week. You've also got Mantis being played by Pom Klementieff, who was also in the new Mission Impossible Part 1 and 2 as a character called Paris. Now, this film was pretty good. It had a lot of emotional elements in this. I suppose you could call this an origin story of sorts. There is a stupid part of Quill. Can't really say without giving it away, but you know, I was going to say it was a little bit unrealistic, but given the film has a talking raccoon and people living inside a big space skull, what do I know? Anyway, the film is enjoyable. I liked it overall. Good music, good action sequences, which is what these films are all about. It's got a runtime of 150 minutes. Let's take a look inside. So inside is a plain blue disc. So that was Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. So that was it. Have you seen any of those, plan to pick them up, or just want to leave a comment, and do so down below. I will read every single one and try to reply if I have the time. Give the video a thumbs up, really does help the channel, and subscribe if you haven't. It's all free. Why wouldn't you? And on that note, all I have to say is thank you so much for choosing my channel today and watching my video. Take care. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.